What will prevent him from mistaking a foreign shit for a delicious national dish? That is a child with a parental counsel. Between 600 AD to right up to about 1300 AD, the Arab slave trade flourished in Africa, especially in the northern part of the continent. Your uncles, your fathers, your brothers were castrated so that the Arabs could replicate themselves and have dominance in North Africa like they have today. A lot of destruction took place, and it is baffling to think that after the Arabs did all this harm to Africa, the Europeans came, we still feeling the impact of all this misery. You still have puppets in Africa in the name of presidents who support some of the bullshit these people brought here. A few weeks back, we celebrated the election of a youthful person in power in the Senegal, that is President Faye. But dismally, we've come to hear that this president has made Arabic the national language of Senegal, the very slaved language that the Arabs use to enforce their principles in Africa. Not too long ago, a president was elected in Kenya, and the Africans were really happy that it's another Pan-Africanist that has come up. In spite of all the wonderful speeches and all that, you start hearing of digital identification. Now, when you go back and ask this president who controls the master interface, or who are the engineers to design this masterpiece for the Kenyan people, he's lost. Or better still, he will tell you that they are the very enemies of Africa. Of recent, I've been telling you that civilian rule is a curse to Africa. Before these people came to this continent, there was military rule. Why do you think that President Traore is a big problem to the enemies of Africa, or Assimi Goïta of Mali? Not to talk about the junta in Niger. Why do you think that they are a huge problem to this? Because the military man doesn't fear death. And that is one good characteristic of a determined leader. You put your life for the sake of the people you are leading. Bringing Arabic back into the African scene when we want to emancipate as Africans and move forward, that is a big blow to the revolution that is coming. But one thing is for certain, this revolution will blow off anything that doesn't stand for the progress of Africa. It is going to happen. You will see it. Africa is up to us to build young people of Africa. It is our shared responsibility. We must participate in our own way to make Africa great again. And it is equally our responsibility not to be quiet when anything is going wrong with Africa. That is our Africa, our shared responsibility as Africans. Why Africa is still languishing with the blood that has flowed in the Cameroons, with the blood that is still flowing in the Congo, with these disastrous things that Boko Haram has done in the eastern part of Nigeria. Now Sudan's turn has come. And guess who are the perpetrators of this misery in Africa or in the Sudan? Saudi Arabia. They don't want to leave the race alone for the Europeans or the Americans. They are here now. They send their weapons, they enter through Uganda, from Uganda to Chad, and then to Sudan. Why? Because of the natural resources of Africa. When are we going to understand that, in a sense, the resources that we were so blessed with are turning to become a curse, because we have not understood that the only way that we can protect them is to stand together. That is the only way. We have to protect them first, and that is why we must unite. Sudan today wants to be colonized and taken over so that it joins the other parts that Africa seemed to have lost already to the Arab world in North Africa. But that is not being done by peace. They want to create all the chaos, all the displacement, so that our people will weaken, and then they take that part of Africa to join the northern part. What is so sick about it is that after betraying Gaddafi, Uganda is still participating in things like this. Even the young man in Chad, I don't understand. But you all soon came to book.